Hello, welcome on board. It's Jamie from Southern Cross Yachting. Today I'm going to talk to you about parts of the sailing yacht. So we're going to start on the bow of the yacht and work our way all the way to the back of the boat, which is called the stern. And along the way I'm going to identify each and every object, their terminology, what they're called and what they're used for. First thing that I notice here right at the front is this sail. So you'll notice that this sail is wrapped around something called the stay. So holding up the mast is the forestay, because it's at the front of the mast, or sorry, the front of the boat, and the backstay, which is at the back of the boat. So already there are two items that help hold the mast up. We'll come to the mast in a moment. Around the stay is wrapped the sail. We call that furling. So when we furl a sail, actually what it means is to wrap the sail around the stay by the furling line, which is this drum that you can see at the bottom of the sail. So the terminology we use is unfurling the sail, which means to take out the sail, and furling away, which means to bring in the sail. So we have the furling drum, we have the furling line here, which often leads to the back of the boat or the cockpit area. Moving slightly further up, we have two sheets coming down. So we've coloured these green for the starboard side and red for the port side. So again, we've got the starboard side of the boat, so looking forward, you'll see the right side of the boat, and again, looking forward, you'll see the port side of the boat, and this is the red side. So we've got an anchor. Typically, the anchor itself would be held on a roller, so that as you bring the anchor back, it will roll itself back onto the bow of the boat, and usually nowadays, we have some sort of electric winch that we would hold in here. Moving towards the back of the boat here, we have these cables. So as the boat moves around and leans from side to side, these cables here are designed to help prevent people falling overboard. So of course it's always good to have good grips on strong points on the yacht and keep your center of gravity low, but these cables here are called lifelines. We have these uprights, and the uprights holding the lifelines, they're called stanchions. So here we are moving further aft again. So this gives us a closer look on the shrouds, these big thick cables here, and the cap shrouds are the inside ones. These essentially are fiberglassed into the yacht and are then taking a lot of the strain that might be given through the mast. So a lot of tension on these cables here. As we move further up and we follow the cables up towards the top of the mast, those bits of metal sticking out from the sides of the mast, well, they're called spreaders. And the job of the spreader is to really push out the cables as far as possible, keep the maximum amount of the required amount of tension on them, and keep them as far away from the mast to give as much horizontal pull as possible. As you can see, there's a lot happening at the mast, so quite a few bits of terminology around here. Starting at the top here, we have this hook sticking out here. So this may look different on some boats. This is the Cunningham. Essentially, it's there to take some of the slackness out of the mainsail when it gets a little bit older and it becomes a bit looser. This bit here, where the boom, that's the boom. It's called a boom because if it hits you in the head, that's the noise it makes, big boom, is attached to the mast via another strange word on a yacht. It's called the gooseneck. So this part here is called the gooseneck. Now coming down to the bottom of the mast here, we'll see that this contraption here, this piston here attached to the base of the mast, is called the vang. The vang really is responsible, it's a downhaul, so it'll help pull the boom lower towards the deck, and essentially it's there to flatten out any kind of wrinkles or creases in the sail when the boat is trying to sail up into the wind. So here at the boom we can see more clearly the gooseneck over here where the boom meets the mast. There's also another couple of lines that we can see here. So one of the lines, this black line here, is called the main sheet. So sheet is a word used to describe a line on a yacht which has a particular purpose, and a sheet is really there to trim a sail. So trimming means in and out. So if you hear the word sheet, it usually implies that that line is going to be trimming something, some type of a sail. So this is the main sheet, which is referring to the mainsail, which is here up in a bag here. So we've got main sheet. We also have a little line just under the boom called the outhaul, and the outhaul is to tighten the foot of the sail. We have the mainsail bag, which is zipped up to protect the sail, And the lazy jacks up here, which are holding up the bag, they can be adjusted if we need to. And then finally, at the head of the sail, the top of the mainsail, we have the main halyard. And the halyard is the line that is in charge of hoisting the sail. So H for halyard, hoisting, that's the line that we'll be pulling when we're ready to set the sail.